Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to yield to the distinguished majority whip of this House, who's not just traveled around his district talking to people harmed by this law, but traveled around the United States of America, the distinguished gentleman from Louisiana, Mr. Scalise, for 1 minute.
1 minute. Gentleman from Louisiana is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank the gentleman from Alabama for yielding and for his leadership on bringing this bill to the floor to repeal the President's health care law. Mr. Speaker, it was back in 2010 when then-Speaker Pelosi infamously said, "We have to pass the bill so that you can find out what's in it." Well, Mr. Speaker, we know what's in the bill. American people across the country have seen the devastating impacts of the President's health care law. Millions of people have lost the good health care that they had, that they liked. We all heard the promise, if you like what you have, you can keep it. The promise was broken to millions of people. And not only did they lose good health care, but many millions of people have seen dramatic increases. They're paying double-digit increases for the health care that they do have. And what's worse, Mr. Speaker, is that we've seen that vital doctor-patient relationship violated now by unelected bureaucrats in Washington who have come in between the doctor and the patient to make decisions for people's health care. That's not the way to do reform. That was the old way, the Washington knows best way. There's a better way. And this bill starts that process by first repealing the law in its entirety and then getting the committees of jurisdiction involved, putting an alternative to place with a shot clock of 180 days where we can come up with a real bipartisan alternative. Let's repeal this law. Let's restore that doctor-patient relationship. I yield back the balance of my time.
Time has expired. Gentlemen.